everyone. I am Jayashree. Today I am going to teach you a topic on the what are the types of system testing. So yes, on the previous video I have taught you what are the system testing. On this video I am going to teach you the types of the system testing. So let's start with the types of the system testing. Now why I am in this video mentioning the types of system testing, why is this system testing is too much importance is given for the types of the system testing. Okay, I will explain you why the types are mentioning here, because in the system testing there are seven types of the system testing. So you have to learn that system testing types clearly so that you can understand what are the system testing and why these types are used in the system testing. In software tester or a development team who test the software product, they see whether this all seven types of system testings are mentioned on the software product while they're doing a testing, because it is very important for them to check whether it is whether the customer user is, whether it is user friendliness, whether it's comfortable for them, whether it is handling or comfortable, or features of that software is very good for them or not. So it is very so that's the important that tester team looks whether it fulfills the user requirements or not. That's why the system testing types are very important. So let's start with the seven types of system testing. So our first type of system testing are the usability testing. Okay, let's start with the first type. Let's read the line. Usability testing is a types of a software testing in which group of end users of a software system use software to check user friendliness. Now what are the meaning of this first line? What is the usability testing is that the software testing team or an individual team checks whether the software product is comfortable or to handle, or is comfortable for user, or they can handle that software product easily, because they want to check after making that software system very comfortably, where fulfilling the requirement of that users, is whether whether their software product is a lifelong term, or whether it is a short term, means whether it is not a dummy product. So that's they have to check. So that's why the user testing or that's why the testing team check whether the software product is very good for that customers, or it is fulfilling the user requirement. That is the main aim of the software testing team. So the main aim of software testing team. So first step is usability testing. Usability testing, they see whether this in this type of testing, the software testing team check whether this software product is user friendliness for the for the end users or not. Okay. So second line is it is a non-functional testing. Now what is a non-functional testing? The software testing team not only check whether it is fulfilling the user requirement, also it checks whether the expectations of the user requirements are also fulfilling or not, because the non-functional testing means what? It is the expectations of the users are fulfilling or not, whether the requirements are not satisfied, the requirements are not enough, the expectations are also maintained for them. So that's why the usability testing check whether the users or customer who buy that product is the expectations are better, or they want any other features or configurations are so that's the user testing team checks. Okay. Now third point is the testing team basically concentrate on how easily user handle the application. Before I told you that the checks the usability testing check whether this software product, this testing team who made this software product is better for them, is better for the user to handle the product or not. That's the mention on this line. So our fourth is it is verified that after few hours of training, end user can use system comfortably. Yeah. Now I can take one example like that. If you brought one new mobile, after buying one new mobile, you can see you can't understand what are the configuration Obviously you can understand that the configurations maintained the pamphlet, that these are the configuration, these are the config features, everything, but you can't but you don't know how ways that apps or which all apps are there, how to use that, how to swipe up or swipe down, you don't know anything about it. So you have to first do a training, you have to first learn about it. Sometimes it depends on customers how many days or how many hours they require for to use that product comfortably. So our software testing team, what's they do, they check whether this software the software product that testing team has made is better for them, is your user can handle very easily within a hours. So that's what the software testing do. So this is about the usability testing. Now second is the load testing. So let's start with the second load testing. Second is the load testing. Now our second type of system testing is the load testing. Let's read the line what is written in a whiteboard. Load testing is a type of performance testing which specifies performance of system under real life load condition. Now what is the meaning of this? The meaning of this point is that the developer team who makes one application, after making application, it see whether there multiple users, whether the performance of that app is better for the users to user to handle that at any time, or multiple users can access at that application at any time, whether it perform better, whether that app can handle properly, whether the app can take that load that much, is capable to take that much load. So that's what the load testing is. So that's what the system testing, the tester team or development team checks. Okay, that's why the load test is very important for us, because now you can see the I will take an example such as Instagram. So you can take is WhatsApp, Instagram, anything. So the lots of customers, the lots of users are using that application. So whether they're using that application is better, is that application can handle that much users or not, is better to handle that performance of that software product or not. So that is what the load testing is. Okay. So this system test in system testing, second is a load testing. So the software testing team or development team and the tester team checks whether this software product can handle that load or not. So our second point is load testing helps to specify how the application behave when the multiple user access at the same time. So what is load testing? Why load testing is needed? Because it is necessary for the today's generation, because the multiple users are many of them, and everyone are using mobile. So everyone are using mobile of Android one. So Android mobile, there are lots of application. So WhatsApp is the common application, we can say the common app that everyone use and everyone communicate with each other. So that's why the WhatsApp is that much important. The WhatsApp can handle that much the WhatsApp app can handle that much user or not. So that is what the load testing is. So load testing helps to specify that much multiple users. Okay. Now third point is a non-functional type of testing. It is non-functional type of testing. As I told you before, in usability testing and load testing is same. It's see whether the system testing, development testing team who check he or she checks whether this software testing team is fulfilling the user requirements, not only user requirement but also the expectations of the user requirements are fulfilling or not. That is what the load testing is. Okay. Now this was all about the types of the load testing. Now we'll go to third type of testing, that is the regression testing. Okay. Now this is the third types of the system testing, that is the regression testing. So let's read the line. Regression testing is a type of a software testing which is used to check whether changes have been made in code due to some error or changes in requirement after existing working functionality. So now what is the meaning of this? Now I have written a short form, software S/NW. So you can understand what is the short form of software and hardware. So regression testing, first point is what is the meaning of that. In regression testing, that problem is that whether they check whether sometimes the software product doesn't do work, the functionality doesn't work very well, then they have to make a changes in that. Obviously they have to done in changes, then only the software product can work very well. Okay, so to fulfill the user requirements, sometimes they have to do changes in a code, or sometimes the requirements of the users have been changed and they have to make some modify on that on the software product. So that's why the regression testing is needed. So why the regression testing needed? Because after making changes in a code due to some error or changes in requirement, then the regression testing, what they check is that there can't be any problem in the old code, or there can't be any problem in the old device, means the old software. Okay, means whenever an updation something come in our mobile, then that comes an updation because they modify our software product. After modifying that software product, that old features on the software products that little bit get modified, but that doesn't get whole, because the old features that are there, that get some that some changes. That the old features that are mentioned in our mobile, that doesn't change, only some of that little bit can get modified, so that doesn't get harm on that working functionality. Okay, that's what a regression testing is. Regression testing, what they do, they check whether that device get an error, or whether on device whether they get change the requirements, or due to code that get some error, then they do changes in requirement, but it doesn't get an effect after existing working functionality. That is what the regression testing is. Okay, and in regression testing we execute already executed test case to give assurance that all functionality work well after performing changes in code. So in regression testing, what that means, sometimes that doesn't, there's some get they gets an error, then they have to make an changes in the code. They have to make that old code as a new replace as new code, or sometimes they had to add a new command on it. So like that. So whether they add in makes the changes in the code or changes in requirement, that the working functionality doesn't get affect. The old code remain as the same, means only the little bit get modified, but that doesn't affect on a on that software product. Okay, that is what the regression testing is. Okay, this was about the third type of testing. Now let's go to the fourth testing, that is the recovery testing. Now this is the fourth type of system testing, recovery testing. Okay, so let's read. Recovery testing is done to specify whether system recovers itself after the system crash due to disaster such as power failure or network not available, etc. So what is recovery testing is? What is the main of it? So in recovery testing, now I'll take an example, a small example, you will understand what is recovery testing whole. Okay, so I'll take example of a TV. Now you are watching the TV. Suddenly the light gone, power failure, and that comes in a TV becomes shut down. Okay, and that becomes a power failure, such as disaster we can tell. But when the light come back and the TV get on, TV get itself recover. So that's what's the recovery testing. Recovery testing is that same as just now I took an example of the TV. Some now like that an electronic device such as washing machine or refrigerator, anything it can be, because it all works with electricity. Now whether the electricity shut down or suddenly it get a power failure, after sometimes it comes a light comes back, then it get automatically it get on, because it has some feature on it. It on electronic device that has a feature whether the light come back and the light then they can recover itself. That is what's the recovery testing. So in a system testing, these are the fourth recovery testing. So recovery testing is very important. Okay, now I will go to the fifth testing, that is the migration testing. Okay, this is the migration testing. This is the fifth type of testing, that system testing. This is the fifth type of system testing. So let's read what is the migration testing is. So migration testing is performed to give assurance that the software can move from older system infrastructure to the current system infrastructure without any problem. So what is the meaning of this first point is, migration means in migration testing means in a software product the testing team sometimes need to do a migration. Means they have to check whether that system is fulfilling the user requirement. If it doesn't fulfill the user requirement, or or does the expectations of user requirements are not fulfilling, then they have to do a modify in it. They have to do an updation in the software product. So do an updation, they have to make a new code. Okay, they have to see whether the old system of their code is better to replace with a new code is compatibility with them or not. So that's what they do. That's why the migration is needed. So migration, what they do, migration is that they do is that they can do a compatibility with the old system with a new system. Means they can take a changes, they can make a changes in the infrastructure with the old system infrastructure to the current system infrastructure. So that's why we can do a modify in that software product. That's why the migration testing is needed. In migration testing, we check data from old system for the compatibility with the new system. So in migration testing, what they do, they see whether the old system is compatibility with the new system. They see whether that old system is better for replace the old system with the new code. Old code is better to replace the old code with the new code or not. That is what the migration testing does. Okay, this was about the migration testing. Now we'll go to sixth type of system testing, that is the functional testing. Okay, so these are the 6 type of system testing. Functional testing. Okay, so let's read what is the functional testing is. So functional testing is a type of software testing which checks that every function present in the software application works as per the requirements of the user. Now what is this first point is, now functional testing means what's that? Functional testing is a type of software testing that used to check whether this or that the software product is specifying the user requirements or not, it's fulfilling the user requirements or not. So that is what the functional testing is. Means not only expectation, that also the user requirements of the users are fulfilling or not. That is what the functional testing is. Means after making the system whole software product ready, and after they giving to the customer to see whether after giving the customer the software product, they see whether that software is better for them or not, better for user requirements or not. Okay, so this is what the functional testing is. Now this testing include black box testing, as it does not focus on the source code of software application. Yes, obviously. On last video I taught you about the system testing, what are the basic, but in that video I have taught you about what are the methods. So there are two methods, white box and black box. So first of all, read that what is white box and black box, then come to this video. Then only you understand what is black box and what is white box. In short, I will tell you what is the white box and black box is. White box testing is that the internal code structure, in internal code structure of the software product, the code structure they have to do testing. Means out of the software product, they have to do whether the code is performing, is give the performance better or not. Okay, so that is what the white box testing. And black box testing doesn't require a code. It checks only the our software product is system software is working better for the user requirement, is better working for the user or not, is fulfilling the user requirements or not. That is what the black box testing. So in this functional testing, the black box testing is, it is not white box testing. Your source code is not required. Okay, and if there is a difference between actual result and expected result, then bug, defect, error consider. Okay, means software testing on the starting of this software engineering subject, I have taught you first video, that is software testing. Software testing is what? That is, there must be not a difference between them. Means expected result, actual result of the software testing, what they get an output, and expected result of the user must be same. There doesn't be any difference between them. If there comes a difference, means consider there is any bug, or there comes an error or a defect sometimes. Okay, so that's all we have to avoid. Software testing team must have to avoid that that defect, errors, everything of the in the code, also in the software product. Okay, so that is what the functional testing is. Okay, I hope you must have understood what is the functional testing. Now we will go to 7th type of system testing, that is the hardware and software. Okay, so these are the 7 type of system testing, hardware and hardware or software testing. Okay, let's read what is written in it. In hardware or software testing, we perform testing of communication between the hardware and software used in our system. Means in a software testing team, or a test development team check whether the software product, after they have made the software product, after they completed the software product, they see whether the hardware part and the software part between them are communicating, between them are interacting between them or not. After their communication is better, after that they can handle, the both of them can handle properly, then that software system product can fulfill the user requirements. Otherwise it have to do a testing again and again till they fulfill the user requirement. Okay, so these are the types of the system testing. Now I have told you the 7 types of system testing. First is usability testing, second is the load testing, third is the regression testing, fourth is the recovery testing, fifth is the migration testing, sixth is the functional testing, and seventh is the hardware or a software testing. Okay, the migration testing, it all are the non-functional type of testing. Non-functional means what? It is used to see whether the testing team or a software testing team who makes a software product can fulfill the user requirements, means expectations of the user requirements can fulfill or not. That is what the non-functional type of testing. And functional type of testing means if the requirements of the users can fulfill or not. That is the difference between them. Okay, functional and non-functional. So these are the 7 types of system testing. I hope everyone must have understood what are the types of the system testing. This is very important because in software product these are types of system testings are mentioned. Then only they can fulfill the user requirement. 7 types of system testing. So I hope everyone must have understood what are 7 types of system testing. These are very important. So please everyone learn this carefully, read what are that types, and okay. So thank you very much.